Hello Year 4. This week we've been having a look at solving one-step and two-step word problems. Here's a reminder of the key steps we needed to use to help us solve those word problems. Make sure we read the question, look for the key numbers and facts, and check whether it is an addition or subtraction. Write a number sentence. Once we get to the working out, always start at the ones and check back through our calculation at the end. All these vital steps we've been using in our learning this week. Here is an example of a one-step word problem. Layla bought a bag of 120 football stickers. She gave her sister 65. How many stickers did she have left? So start off with, we've read the question and now we need to look at what are the key numbers in this question. So I know that one of the key numbers is 120 and the other number is 65. Making sure actually that we know that in this question we are talking about football stickers. So how many does she have left? Does she have left? That tells us that as part of this calculation we are going to be doing a subtraction. And the subtraction number sentence is going to be 120 minus 65. And then I will use my formal method to help work out the answer to this question. I can also show this using a bar model. In total, I have 120 stickers and I have 65 that I already know, and this is the part that I'm trying to work out. So there's lots of different ways that I can show it. We've also had a look at trying to show it using a picture and trying to visualize what the problem will look like. Here is an example of a two-step word problem. Likewise, we are going to read the question to begin with and have a see what we need to do. The shop assistant wanted to know how many Wembley souvenirs he had left. He had 435 Wembley programmes, 423 Wembley scarves and 130 Wembley flags. What is the total number of souvenirs? Well, I need to highlight to start off with my key numbers and key vocabulary as part of this question. So 420, 435 and 130 are key vocab in this question. And also, this is very important as to it, because this tells me that my calculation that I'm going to be doing is an addition. And I'm going to be adding together 423, add 435. And then to that answer, once I find out that answer here, I am then going to add on 130 to work out my total number of souvenirs. Remember, we have spoken a lot about this, about ensuring that you have the correct units at the end of the question. So for example, the previous question, we talked about football stickers. So we need to make sure that our question and our answer at the end has how many football stickers. And this one at the end would have the number of souvenirs to work out our total answer. As part of English, we've been having a look at simple, compound and complex sentences, which is a key element and something that enhances our writing. A simple sentence has one idea and makes sense by itself. Here are two examples below. The dog walked with its owner. The ball bounced across the playground. Each of these examples have one idea. We have a compound sentence. A compound sentence has one idea linked with a fanboy and finally has another idea. You see two examples on the screen. The ball bounced across the playground and hit Mr. Clark. Wilfred didn't go to sleep, so he ran around the house. In my first sentence, and is the fanboy, the conjunction that is linking these two ideas together. And in the second sentence, so is my fanboy, as it is linking the two ideas in that sentence. Finally, we have done a lot of work about complex sentences. In a complex sentence, you have a main clause and a subordinate clause. A subordinate clause is an example of a subordinate clause is a white bus, as you can see at the picture below. We must have a subordinating conjunction at the beginning of our subordinate clause. Although the boy was tired, he kept on running. This is an example of a complex sentence because although is our subordinating conjunction, which then tells us that this is our subordinating clause. Although the boy was tired, he kept on running. One thing to remember about the main clause is that it makes sense by itself. The subordinate clause does not. One thing we can do with complex sentences is we can swap the main clause and the subordinate clause around. So instead of it reading, although the boy was tired, he kept on running, we could write the sentence as, he kept on running, although the boy was tired. If we have the main clause at the beginning of the sentence, we must ensure that we do not have a comma after the main clause.